Hello, welcome to the workshop at the start of the week on Monday, the 25th of February. I'm going to start the week just looking at the calendar for data and events this week. Last week was dominated by minutes from the FMC and the MPC to a certain extent. Obviously, we all know about the downgrade of the UK's credit rating from AAA. What does this mean? I think it's probably largely symbolic. There aren't many countries left with their AAA rating now. I think it's just Germany and Canada. The effects on the market, I think it was probably depress sterling, continue to depress sterling, although sterling is very much in an oversold sort of territory. Weekly charts suggest that it's departed from its sort of expected range quite markedly. So I think the likelihood of significant weakness in the short term, further significant weakness in the short term, is unlikely. What are the effects? Why do we worry? Do we worry about a weakness in sterling? It's actually very good for exporters. It does actually push up prices of imported goods, especially sort of the inelastic ones that we have to purchase, the likes of oil. Brent crude trading at 114.40 in sterling terms. It would have been sort of nearer £70 a barrel. It's now nearer sort of £75 a barrel, so we can see the direct effect there. But overall, I don't think there's any reason to panic. I think it's mildly embarrassing for the UK government and for George Osborne. But if anything, I think it would probably stiffen his resolve. So I think it's unlikely we're going to see any loosening with the purse strings for now. Anyway, Canada this week largely focuses on Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke, the Chairman of the Federal Reserve, is going to be testifying on two days, in fact, in front of the Senate Banking Committee on Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and then this is repeated in front of the House Financial Services Committee. That's all obviously in the States. And there is a feeling that perhaps he will support the QE measures. There was some doubt thrown into the equation from the minutes from the FOMC from last week, from the meeting earlier on this month, suggesting that the officials of the Federal Reserve, the FOMC committee, are doubting the wisdom a little bit of the QE. Anyway, it looks like Mr. Bernanke and his vice chairman, Janet Yellen, have voiced their commitment to the quantitative easing program and the purchases of $85 billion worth of assets per month to help support employment, to try and reduce the unemployment level to 6.5%. Anyway, we got the Italian election on Monday. Exit polls suggest that it is going to be a coalition headed by Bersani rather than Berlusconi, who is down in the polls now, from what we understand. Tuesday, as I said, we got Ben Bernanke talking. Wednesday, we have the pending home sales. We have the second estimate for GDP in the state and the UK at 9:30. Not expecting too many shakes there. Mario Draghi is talking. He's the chairman of the ECB. He'll be talking at 5:30 on Wednesday afternoon. That is something that does have the power to move the market, so worth noting there. Thursday, we have the preliminary GDP out of the States at 1:30, and also the regular unemployment claims. We then follow this up on Friday with probably some of the more important bits of data. In fact, I jumped on Thursday. We missed out the Chicago PMI, which actually on its own doesn't seem to stick out as an important bit of data, but it can be. Certainly a little bit of a pullback from previous month. But the Chicago PMI is quite important. It includes a lot of manufacturing areas that are key. The manufacturing has been key. We are looking for a little bit of a pullback from 55.6 to 54.1. And then finally on Friday we have the manufacturing index as a whole of the for the whole of the US. This comes from the Institute of Supply Management, and we're looking for a figure of 52.5 compared to 53.1. Still nicely in expansion mode. Anything above 50 is an expanding sector, and that's Deemed to be very positive. That's it for the week. Watch out for the sterling pairs. As I said, I think the market is a little bit overstretched, and watch for the impact from Bernanke's testimony on Tuesday, and obviously the results of this Italian election. We reconvene on Wednesday morning at 8. Thanks very much for listening.